Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back home from the trip. Part 1 was recorded a few days ago just because I was there, but I'm back home. And yeah, now I'm going to open this haul. Starting off with, those 4 GTs. I had to open them up early because I couldn't fit that box into the, into my suitcase and stuff, and I wanted to bring it home for the weekly video, so I didn't want to have to mail it in. So I have them right here. I want to open them up. Just going to start off with the Castro one. Like I said in part 1, I know it's not part of like these weren't NASCARs like the rest of the hauls, but I was so happy to find this set. Both of these 4 GTs are so cool. The Castro one and this other one is just really cool. Finally have that one. I know the other one is very similar looking to this one, but and the car culture hauler sets, but they're pretty much the same paint schemes. I'm just so happy to have this version. So it's just cool to have this one. Runs pretty nice too, and it's just really cool to have. And this one's also cool. I love this casting and I love these realistic paint schemes, and this one's just as well as cool as the Castro one. So I'm just so happy to get both of these into the collection. That's just cool. Great cars to add, and just, yeah, these are just cool. Really happy to add both of these. Like I said, there's other cars I found on the trip, but I couldn't bring them with me because of space, but still have a pretty good haul to show you guys. Crack open. Next up is Matt DiBenedetto's Rock Roofing Talladega win from 2022. Cool to find this one. I was excited to get this one. I wanted to find it, so really glad I did. Pretty cool truck. It looks really cool. I like Matt DiBenedetto. And finally have one of these new Silverados into my collection, so that's cool. Cool race version. This is a cool truck. I'm really glad I finally get this into my collection. Stance is not too bad, but it's a pretty cool truck. So I'm glad I got this one. So that's pretty cool. Next up, my final car I want to show is my most favorite thing I got this week, but I also got this truck, and that is Bonnie Juskowski's 2021 F-150 Little Grand car. Really cool Ford to get. Really glad to get this one. That is the collection. So, it's cool to get some new Gold Series, and this one was given to me, so that makes this one a little bit more special. I didn't expect to get this one, but it was just given to me, and I like when that happens. And this one's pretty cool. I like the paint scheme. I like that front end. It's a pretty cool sponsored truck. Just really cool. Really glad to add this to the collection. This guy is a sprint car and a dirt racer, but he went into truck series. So this is a cool one to add to the collection. So I'm really glad to add this one to the collection. That one's really cool. Next up is Noah Gregson's 42 Sunscape Resort car. I wanted to get this one because I like this paint scheme, and I'm not going to get into any of the stuff that happens with him. Don't want to, because I don't want to talk any politics on this channel, so I'm not going to get into that. But I like this scheme. I finally have a 42 car from, which once was GMS Racing, now Legacy Motorsports. But I don't want to get into all of that. Just want to get to the car, and yeah, get that right here. It wants to come out. This is a pretty cool paint scheme. Like that 42 there, and up there as well. Pretty cool front end. The rookie stripes in the back. That's a cool paint scheme. I'm glad I got this car. Don't know why it's slanted a little bit, but that's alright. Still pretty cool though. Can't go wrong with this car. That's just a cool one to add. So that's pretty cool. I like this paint scheme a lot. And it's just cool to finally have a 42, new 42 car. Didn't get any of them last year, so I wanted to get one of them for this year. So it's a pretty cool Noah Gregson car. I like that paint scheme. Next up is Martin Truex Jr.'s Bass Pro Shops car for this year. I had to get this paint scheme because I thought it looked really cool, and I do like Martin Truex Jr., so I like getting his Bass Pro Shop schemes. Didn't get his one from last year, which I kind of regret not getting now, but I have his 2021 and the old car. It was pretty much the same paint scheme, but this one is actually pretty cool looking, so I had to get this one. This one's just really cool. It's a little Bass Pro scheme. Rims are pretty cool, and that paint scheme is just really awesome. Can't beat that. This is a really cool 19 Toyota. It's my first brand new 2023 Toyota in the collection as well. So I got every new car for 2023 for all three makers, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, this is a really cool paint scheme. Definitely an upgrade from last year. And I just really like the scheme. So that's awesome. That's a really cool one to add to the collection. Next up, this one I was so happy to wait for to get in person, is Kyle Busch's 3G number 8 car from this year. Really awesome car to get. Really glad to find this one. So I'm pretty happy to get this one. Of course, it's on one of those bases, but it's alright. I have a way to take it off. But yeah, really cool paint scheme. Love that way it looks. It's on a base, so I can't really show the bottom of it. But that's really cool. Really cool and really awesome paint scheme to get. So I'm so glad I actually finally get this one. So, yeah, that's awesome. Cool car to get. Next up is Josh Berry's U.S. lumber car from last year. It's the only car I got in the haulers this year because this one was last year's prices. And I was not going to pay $14 for new diecast. Matter of fact, I wasn't going to Kyle Busch car when this went from Auto Club, but I was not going to pay that $14 for it. But this is a really cool scheme. It's from the playoffs from last year. Just like the way it looks. Didn't get this. I'm glad I got this one just because it's a cool scheme, and I like Josh Berry to become my third favorite driver in NASCAR. Will be my third favorite Cup driver next year. It's my favorite Xfinity driver right now. Just a cool car. Really glad I have this one. So that's cool. I like the way it looks. Not a big fan of the purple, but I do like this paint scheme. So that's a cool one to add. Next up, these two are really cool for one reason, and it's not because it's Josh Berry, but you'll see here in a second. It's just Josh Berry's number 8 Harrison Charlotte win from last year. This one I already had opened up, but there's a reason why. You're gonna see it here in a minute. Here in a second. Like I said, with this one and the other one I got, there's a special meaning with this one, and it got Josh Berry did sign this car up there at front, which is really cool. And it's just a really cool paint scheme. So this is just a cool one to get. It's a race version, so it has some of that race version on it. Just an awesome car to add to the collection. Really glad to get this one. Looks really cool. And yeah, I'm just so glad I add this to the collection. So that's just awesome. Looks really nice, and it just has a great look to it. So that's awesome. So glad I found this one. So that one's really cool. Next up is Josh Berry's 2023 Bass Pro Shops car, number 8. And again, I got this one signed as well. So glad I got these both signed. I like Josh Berry a lot. It's I actually got another one that's I got another one I found in the store, which is gonna be my haul next week. But here's his Bass Pro Shop card, which also got signed. Just really cool. Love that number 8. Just a nice paint scheme, really cool looking. So I'm so glad to add this one to the collection as well. Just really nice. It looks really cool. So glad I got this one added to the collection. Had a lot of good luck at the Glen this year, and I love the cars I got. Next up, this is last year. William Byron's 24 Liberty University Atlanta win from last year. Had to get this one since William Byron's my second favorite driver. So happy he won the race at the Glen. It's kind of cool. Race had that happen because last year Larson won, and I saw him at the Glen and at Homestead last year, so can't beat that. So this one's really cool. Race win. Has a confetti on it, which is cool. Just a cool car. Cool to get the first ever Atlanta win and get William Byron's win from last year. Need to get his Martinsville win from last year, but haven't got that one yet. I was not going to pay $12 for it at the Hendrick hauler, but this one's pretty cool. So glad to get this one. So that's really cool. I'm really happy to get that one. Next up, I had to get this one too. Next week you'll see one I got from Plan B Sales, but this one I had to get as well, and I have all 3 of his wins. That is his Auto Club win from last year. Cool to finally get his Auto Club win from last year. So tempted to get that 124 scale Glen win, but I was not going to pay that much money on it. But I love being a Larson fan. And this one's really cool. Has some confetti back there. It's really cool. Win diecast. So glad to get this one. It's cool to finally have all his wins from last year, and hopefully getting all his wins from this year too. So that's a cool paint scheme. So glad to get this one. Love that confetti on it. That's a really cool paint scheme. So that's cool. Next up and last Gold Series I got is Kevin Harvick's 29 Busch Light car from North Wilkesboro, the All-Star race. I'm so glad I got this when I did, because when I went back there on Friday, they weren't there anymore, so I'm glad I got this on Thursday. So cool to add this to the collection. I didn't get his regular scheme this year because I thought that I'd rather just get this scheme. To me, it's worth it. This car is going to probably be worth a lot of money in the future. Not a lot of money, but it's going to be really rare to find in the future. So cool to get this one. Looks really nice. The old school Busch Light look at 29. It's so cool to see this one more time. So that's cool. Really cool to add this to the collection. So that's awesome. I'm really glad to get this. And I'm so glad to add that to the collection. Next up, some Motor NASCAR diecasts, starting with Sterling Marlin's Kodak number 4 car. I had to get this one. There's sentimental reasons for this scheme for me. I used to have the 124 scale back in the day, but being a kid did not last long between me and my brother, so this is how kids are, so. Comes with this card. And this base, which is okay. But this is a cool car. I'm so glad to add this to the collection. It looks really nice. It's just a cool Chevy Monte Carlo. So glad to add this one to the collection. That's just cool. So glad to get this into my collection. This is a nice addition. It's old school diecast, so I'm really glad to add this. So that's cool. And I got it for like really cheap, but the sentimental of that paint scheme, I had to add it. Next up, this is these next cars were stuff. Well, these next 3 cars I've been looking for such a long time. Starting with Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s number 2, Monte Carlo from 1980. His first ever paint scheme. I just had to add it to the collection, and I'm so glad I finally am. Especially being a big Earnhardt fan. I know this car is rare, but I had to open it up. I just want to enjoy these cars. I want to see them, the yellowing of the packaging, so. The only one I didn't open up was his really rare dirt race car. This is really cool. This is just so cool. It's old Monte Carlo. Number 2 there. Just awesome. I'm so glad to add this to the collection. That looks so cool. So awesome to finally have this into the collection. So, been looking for this a long time, and I finally own it. Makes me really happy. Next up is Dale Jr.'s 2005 Daytona 500 scheme. Can't believe I found this. I've been looking for this for 20 years as well. So that's really cool. Yes, I want to open it just because I just want to add to the collection. I don't want it to collect. Get all sun-dried and stuff on the package. But this thing's just cool. It's really cool finally to have this scheme in person. This is a nice car. Such a cool paint scheme to own and finally have in my collection. See the 2005 right there. That's just so cool. This was just the first Daytona 500 I ever watched. Being a Junior fan, this means a lot to me. This car does. So that's just cool to add. Cool to finally have this into the collection. And last car I'm opening up is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2004 Daytona 500 car. Another car I've been looking for such a long time. It's so good to find these. And I found them for $10 each for these two. And to me, that's just worth it because these cars are a little bit harder to find. Here's a sticker it comes with. And this car is just, again, worth it for me because I've been looking for so long. 2004 500 win. You cannot beat that. This is really cool and really awesome to add to my collection. So that's all I found. Found on oh wait, one more car. That is it is Donnie Zewitt's number 15 sprint car, the 2020-2022 Knoxville Championships dirt car. Really cool to find this one. I showed in part 1, but I'm not going to open this one because it's really rare and valuable, so I'm going to hang that one up. And yeah, that's all I found. Really good haul. Can't complain. Some great new additions from this trip. My next trip is going to be another kind of special NASCAR related one to do, but that would be next week. But I had to show them just a week of haul. Those other cars I found this week that just ended. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. For more videos like this, please subscribe and notification bell. And yeah, I got some great stuff to show you guys next week. Dicast weekly videos, and we'll be back to regular schedule now and more fast doing so many of these at once. So yeah, if you guys like this video, for more videos like this, please like, subscribe, and notification bell. See you guys in the next video, and I'll see you guys next time.